Yo, back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Marvel panel that happened at SDCC on Saturday. A couple things revealed, not too much. Loki thought it was going to be a little bit more. But yeah, let's get right into it. So at the first beginning, we got the reveal of the Ghost Rider movie. And not only that, but Ryan Gosling is going to be playing Ghost Rider. And I think, yeah, Sean Levy is going to be directing the movie. Okay, so there's some stuff to unpack from there. So first, Sean Levy directing the movie. I've seen a lot of hate. There's no other way to put it. It's a lot of hate that Sean Levy is directing the movie. Me personally, yeah, it's a little iffy. If you don't know who Sean Levy is, you probably know his movie Deadpool and Wolverine. That's the movie he directed. So yeah, I don't know. There's kind of a mixed reaction, or actually not even mixed reaction. I've seen nothing but pretty much distaste towards Sean Levy doing the Ghost Rider movie. And I can kind of see why. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine, but it was for the cameos. Let's be real with ourselves for a second. Like, Deadpool and Wolverine wasn't like, oh, this fantastical, great movie, awesome plot, awesome story. It had great action, and we got to see some cool stuff. But as a movie, like excluding, Henry Cavill as Wolverine and Hugh Jackman with the yellow and blue suit or whatever, right? It was really, there was really nothing to it. Like what they were doing in the movie, we had already kind of seen something along those lines before, something similar to it, It was really just a cameo fest, to be honest with you. But yeah, so we got to see how that's going to play out. But beyond Sean Levy, Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider, absolutely fantastic. Cannot wait to see him. I wonder which Ghost Rider he's going to portray. Me personally, I think he would be a great Danny Ketch. But I would not be upset if he was Johnny Blaze. And, I don't see why not, why for them not to start with Johnny Blaze. Because, of course, Danny Ketch did come after Johnny Blaze. And Danny Ketch is also Johnny Blaze's brother. So there is that. So, yeah, I think the movie's coming out, what is it, 2027, 2028? I think it's 2027. I don't know. I can't remember. But, yeah, so they came with that. There were reports of, hearing, a motorcycle revving on stage. So that was really cool. So yeah, we're getting Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider. I do wonder how they're gonna kind of fit it in because not eventually, but they do plan on doing a Midnight Suns project, whether that be a TV show or a movie. We have to see. So I wonder how they're gonna do that because there are already a couple characters in the MCU now who are most likely gonna be on that Midnight Suns theme. Of course, Ghost Rider, most likely Moon Knight, maybe Doctor Strange, Blade, of course. Kid Harington's Black Knight, but we kind of have to see these characters a little bit more because, there's going to be excitement for them, in some way, shape, or form, but there won't be as much if we don't see them in some type of project beforehand. But we honestly might not see some of these characters until Midnight Suns, especially Moon Knight, because Oscar Isaac has already said that he really doesn't want to come back with Disney, but, there's always that chance. They pay him enough money. He's going to come back. We'll see. Maybe they recast him. I don't know. Still really want the Moon Knight season 2. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, I wonder, and also too with the Blade movie, the Blade movie has been falling flat on his face for ever. Mahershala Ali has been very supportive of it, but some of the stuff he said online, it's kind of been waning just a little bit, with the patience for this movie, right? I have no idea why it's so hard to do a Blade movie, but I think Mahershala Ali, whenever they do him, is going to be great. We got that small little cameo at the end of the Eternals movie when Kit Harington is going to, pick up the Ebony Blade. We hear him in the background talking to him. So, hopefully we get him, and hopefully, they learn how to, get it going. Almost forgot. Werewolf by Night, also him in the Midnight Suns. Cannot forget him. Oh, and also maybe even Elsa Bloodstone. I don't know if y'all remember her. She was in the Werewolf by Night special presentation. She was the daughter of the dude who died. The estate they were hunting on, it was the dude who died. Yeah, that was her father. It was it's a whole lineage. I'm not gonna go into it because that's a whole nother thing. But she's basically a monster hunter in Marvel. So yeah, her too as well. But yeah, so I do wonder who he's going to play. I think he looks great. I've seen not concept art, but fan art of him with a leather jacket and kind of the beard going on, him on a motorcycle. I think he's gonna look really good. I know some people did want Norman Reedus, which I think he would have been, a pretty cool Ghost Rider or whatever. But I mean, they could always have him as Danny Ketch or whatever other version of Ghost Rider. We have to see. Speaking of other versions of Ghost Rider, I wonder what they're gonna do with Robbie Reyes, because in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, which as of right now is not canon, So we got to see what's going on with that. They introduced a version of Ghost Rider, and that was Robbie Reyes. Which I think I think he is the newest form of. I think I'm not too well caught up on the current Ghost Rider. I know we left off with like with the stuff that was going on with Magic and him going around hunting the different monsters that had to do with like Infernal Hulk, but Infernal Hulk is kind of like slowing down, wrapping itself up. But like really notable Ghost Rider wise, holy, he is the current Ghost Rider. He has this charger, his Hell Charger, as some people call it or whatever. He has like that kind of like mechanical looking skull on him. He's really cool. I love Robbie Reyes. So I don't know. We don't know if they're gonna canonize it or not. So Ryan Gosling's Ghost Rider might be the first Ghost Rider in the MCU. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. I'm so excited. Ghost Rider is one of my all-time favorite Marvel characters. So you can't see him, but he's on the shelf right here. Actually, let me see if I could. I don't know if you can see him. There's not much on this shelf yet. I'm still kind of building it up, but kind of in the corner right over there on this motorcycle is Danny Ketch. But I like Danny Ketch too. So I love Ghost Rider. I got a poster of him in my other room. But yeah, so there's that. That's pretty much what we got revealed. I don't think we got anything for like the movie itself. We do know Ryan Gosling has very much wanted to play Ghost Rider for the longest. And we did get some words from Kevin Feige saying that, he was finally ready to, like, instead of just talking about it, to really, like, get going, talk to them about it, let's get this Ghost Rider movie going. And he said that they've been wanting to put him in the MCU for the longest, right? We kind of got some Easter eggs here and there. I know, what show was it? I think it was the She-Hulk show. Or maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it was the She-Hulk show. I don't know. She-Hulk show. Sorry, guys, if you like the She-Hulk show, but very unforgivable show. Not going to go into that, but I think it was a She-Hulk show when it was like some magic performance, and I think there was a plaque with a character's name and it said Johnny Blaze or something along those lines. And of course, we just got Mephisto and Ironheart, so perfect setup or whatever, because that's how most Ghost Riders are made. Well, that's how Johnny Blaze became Ghost Rider with Mephisto. Danny Ketch was a little different. It had to do with like the medallion on a motorcycle and tied to like a spirit of vengeance. It's a whole thing. It kind of changes every now and then, but that was Johnny Blaze. So that's pretty much all the Ghost Rider news. The next news we got was for Avengers Doomsday. So all the cast came on for the movie on the stage. They walked out. Robert Downey Jr. came out. It got revealed that Haley Atwell is coming back as Peggy Carter, Agent Carter in Doomsday. Kind of expected. Some people weren't too happy about that. Some people really don't like Agent Carter. I thought she was pretty cool. I can't lie, I did kind of get annoyed with her at some point in What If, because it felt like they were just trying to shove her down our throats, like literally, because it was like they were trying to put her in every episode. It seemed like, especially the 1602 episode, it just wasn't really needed all that much. But I think she's a decent character. I like that take on that character, and I was cool to see her in Multiverse of Madness on the 838 universe. So we're getting that. The new Avengers came on stage. Sam Wilson and all of them. We got the X-Men cast came on stage. So that was really cool. Beast's actor was there. I forget the name of his actor. He was in He was in Transformers Age of Extinction. And I didn't know that until I saw him. I was like, oh, what's his name? But that's where I remember hearing Beast's voice from. But he was there. He wasn't in the trailer for that just came out not too long ago. So there was that. What else? We actually got someone in a Deadpool costume, or not someone. It was actually Ryan Reynolds, but we didn't know literally until he started talking. And there's like all these videos that are popping up of people like taking pictures with him in the costume. So I thought that was really cool. Some people were like, why is he there if he's not going to be in the movie? Because they say he's not going to be in Doomsday, but you never know. And if he's not, he's definitely going to be in Secret Wars. People were trying to say that he was like X-Force Deadpool, but he wasn't. They were only saying that because his costume was gray. Even though it really wasn't, it was more of like like a bluish gray, and even then it had the Canadian flag like right up here in the corner. It was just like this like kind of like bluish like gray to it. If it was X-Force, it would have been like you would have known. It would have been like, oh, that's gray, and then the eyelids would have been red, but that's a whole nother thing. So he was there, really cool. What else did we get? We did get some new footage. I think I'm in the clear to talk about it. Of course, if I show it, then something will happen to the video, because Disney, they quickly know the mouse out to get you. But no, in all seriousness, if I show it, they will probably get this video. But I can definitely talk about it. So in the trailer, basically, we get this mention, like this woman, she's talking, and a lot of people saying it's Doom's mom, about how like he always wasn't this, this evil person. along those lines. He was good at one point, now he's broken. Basically what she was saying. And then we get this clip of Reed and Doom, and Reed is like, like, what did you do, Doom? And he's talks about like, you guys took so much and I have to pay or something like that. And he yells and he's like, yo, Doom, what did you do? Or whatever. So it didn't. On top of that, since that's them two talking, 828 Reed, the one we just got in the Fantastic Four movie, and now RDJ's Doctor Doom, it was revealed that those two do have history. So with that being said, because we didn't know where this version of Doom was coming from. If he was coming from a totally different universe or their universe. I was kind of always on the assumption that it was coming from the 828 universe, since we got that little Easter egg of like the Latveria plaque for the country of Latveria or whatever, right? And we got like Doom's emblem or whatever, and that post credit scene as well. So yeah, they have their history or whatever. So we'll probably dive more into that in the movie. And then I think there was a scene where Doom is raising the Sentinels with his rune magic, and their eyes are like glowing green, and they start attacking, the X-Men on the X-Mansions, front lawn or whatever. And then the new Avengers that are there as well too. So that's gonna be really cool to see. I can't remember. I think there was a little bit more. I think it was like, it was an extended footage of Thor versus Doom, when Thor jumps up and tries to hit him with Stormbreaker, but then he blocks it and then shoots him back with some of his magic. So that was pretty much what was in there. So we'll see how that goes. Very excited for Doomsday. Cannot wait. 4 months, bro. They need to come by quick. So I think that was pretty much it for Doomsday. I want to say that was the second portion of it. The last portion was for Black Panther 3. So Ryan Coogler came on stage, talked a little bit, just probably about the process of the movie. He didn't really say anything about the movie. Not that I know of. I thought we were going to get a reveal for who Denzel Washington was playing, because there were rumors about seeing him there or whatever. And I think people really did see him there. But apparently he may have just been there for like something else, because he's supposed to be in the movie, I'm pretty sure. But that's okay, because the biggest thing that got revealed was our new Black Panther. His name escapes me right now, but he was the android in Alien Romulus, and he was also in The Long Walk. So two very good movies, and he was phenomenal in both of them. I think he's going to do great as a new Black Panther, and yes, he is T'Challa's son, who's also named T'Challa. So yeah, of course, I always kind of knew they were going to age up T'Challa, his son, that being that they were going to age him up, because they probably want to use him pretty quickly. Some people were like, they've never really gave time to the younger actor, but things gotta, the movie's got a movie, you know what I'm saying? So they had to do what they had to do, and I think he was a phenomenal choice. I know some people wanted, what's his name from F1. I think it'd been good too, but I'm perfectly fine with who we got. I think it's gonna be great as Black Panther. But yeah, that was pretty much all the news we got for Black Panther, or for SDCC Marvel panel. I think Black Panther's coming out 2028. One of them, Ghost Rider and Black Panther, I think it's like 2027, 2028. Those two come out around that time. That's pretty much all we got revealed for the SDCC Marvel panel. I don't think there's anything else. Oh no, yeah, there was the Vision Quest. Something with Vision Quest. I don't think that was at the Marvel panel. Not really sure, but I did see a clip of it online somewhere. We got like the theme reveal for Vision Quest. I'm excited for that show too. We're gonna get Ultron coming back in human form. That's gonna be amazing. So yeah, that was pretty much it for the SDCC Marvel panel that came this Saturday. Giving you guys all the information or whatever. Guys, got any questions or anything, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys around.